It wasn't close.
Nah,
It
one-sided.
wasn't close.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a very competitive, pairing, but it turned out to be not to be so. One-sided, 6-3, 6
love.
love. I mean, that tells a story. Sloane Stephens deserved winner on the night, and that's why she is standing on top of the world today. I mean, for Sloane, she's come a long way. From, you mentioned the injury, the surgery she had a couple of years ago, the foot surgery. At the time, she could barely walk. Now she's standing on top of the world. I mean, that tells you, as a sportsman, you just have to have that character. That character is very, very tangible. It's very important. If you don't have it, then you're not going to get to the top.
Yeah, she made her name a couple of years off defeating Serena Williams.
Right.
And I thought it was going to be another Lucas Russell, the guy that defeated Nadal. And after that, we didn't get to hear anything after that. But this year, I mean, the last 3 months of the year has been phenomenal for her. The rise has been meteoric. I hope she's able to continue with this. I hope she's able to keep it up. We've seen a lot of ladies. Angelique Kerber, a very good example. Very good 2016. Crumbled in 2017.
Still hasn't won a title.
You know, I hope that won't be it for Sloane. Very subdued celebrations. I don't. At some point, you know, I couldn't understand why.
Well, I guess maybe because the lady on the other side, the woman on the other side, the friend, she didn't want to rub it in like that. But then you can't take away the fact that inside of her, she's absolutely on cloud 9, and it's only right that she's that way. Sloane Stephens, for me, I think there's still a lot to come from her. I say this because she's still very young, compared to Kerber, who was in her late 20s. Before winning her first major. But Sloane is still, still not in her prime yet. 24, she has several years ahead of her to try and achieve big things. And the question people are asking now, is she the one? I mean, whenever there's a new Grand Slam champion, the automatic question is she the one now? Can she go on and take over and dominate like Serena? And this lady, she's beaten Serena before, she's beaten Venus as well.
Yep.
Now, I guess the ball is in the court, really. Yeah. She just has to take the baton and run with it. Yeah,
and she's, the element of surprise is not in her favor anymore. Everybody knows about her. They're going to train hard when they play against her.
Absolutely.
She's, getting to the top, it's not as difficult as staying on the top. And I don't know if she's going to be the next. We've not seen a lady as dominant as Serena. We've seen a couple of, they come, win Grand Slams, but stay on the scene, dominate, win, like Serena. I don't know. That's why I'll be shy to call her the next big thing.
I wouldn't say that myself. I wouldn't say that myself.
I'm going to be very shy. All right. To get more on all of this that we've been talking about, the U.S. Open and everything that has gone down. We're now joined by veteran broadcaster, respected sports commentator, Chuka Momo. It's so good to have you join us on the show this morning.
Good morning. Hope you're all fine.
Yeah, well, fine. Let's just talk about the U.S. Open. Let's start with the men. I don't know if you saw this happening, Rafael Nadal, and Roger Federer sharing, having it two apiece, the Grand Slams in 2017.
No, it's a phenomenal achievement. It's a phenomenal occurrence. Two of the greatest players of all time. Some people will say that they're the greatest players of all time. You know very well their injury problems and everything. And even when Federer went to declare open the Rafael Nadal Academy, the joke of Nadal was that they couldn't play an exhibition match. Federer wanted to because they were both injured. Nadal and Swiss and Federer and all that. So I think it's a massive, massive achievement. I had thought the way it was going that Novak Djokovic was poised to probably eclipse both of them because he had totally dominated the two of them, beating Federer in 2 Wimbledon finals and the U.S. Open final as well. But, tennis is like life. It gives to you and it takes from you.
Okay.
And only those who are sensible enough to be able to manage the situation can. So right. Djokovic now is undergoing his own tribulation.
Okay, let's just, a lot of people, I don't know if you agree, they say the U.S. Open, this one, another one, is a bit watered down because of the long list of absentees. I don't know if you agree with that as well.
I don't know what they'll be talking about. I mean, you can only beat those who are placed before you. And let's not forget that the Potro had a resurgence, and it had to take the entire repertoire of the Nadal Grand Strokes, as well as the formidable nature of his mind over matter, to subdue the Potro, who had in fact beaten him in the Rio Olympics. In fact, the last 2 times they played. And we know how he beat both Federer and Nadal in 2009. Right. So you can't say it was watered down. It's like comparing one era to the other. You say, oh, this era, they had nobody. This era had the greatest. I think it was a famous fighter, Joe Frazier, who in one of his victories said, I fought all men that Yah put before me, and Lord knows I whipped them off. Okay. So you won't begin to talk about the fact that you then say Serena was absent because of pregnancy, or Azarenka because she had personal problems. No. I mean, granted, some quality players were missing, like Raonic and Nishikori and Murray and all that. But as I said, let's not forget that Anderson had been ranked in the top 10. He was 10 in the world in 2015. It was the onset of injuries, his hip surgery, the labrum, that devastated his ranking, and he came in at, he was ranked 32, came in at 28 seed, the lowest men's ranked player since the ranking system was introduced. But we will not talk about that. It was a great tournament in its own right. Sam Querrey was not exactly any walkover anyway. So I wouldn't say it was because the field was watered down. I mean, I think it was still a quality field. And Federer, well, okay, he said he wasn't at his best, but even then. But if you look at it, you could see the utter Nadal resurgence on the hard courts.
Okay.
He had not won a hard court tournament since Doha long ago, some 30-something matches. And did you ever see Nadal serving and falling the way he did? Did you ever see Nadal 16 forays to the net and he made all the points 100%? We never saw that from Nadal.
All right. And
his lefty serve was functioning phenomenally, as well as his, of course, ground strokes that we know about.
Yeah. I want to thank you for your thoughts on the show. Always a delight having you join us, talking about Chuka Momoh, very well-respected broadcaster and sports commentator. We're going to go on a break now. When we return, there's still so much for you on Sports This Morning. John Skip.